Alright, I am now live on the Twitch.television. Let's go. I am excited to continue playing this case. At first I thought I was maybe gonna be able to finish this case, but I've been told that I still have quite a lot left. And I have to get up fairly early tomorrow, so I'll probably just not finish it today and do another stream where I finish up this case. It's so long. But I've really enjoyed it so far. I feel like it's starting to get good. I'm still like extremely lost in what's going on, but I'm excited to see what comes next here for sure. So it's gonna be fun to see what happens. Alright, yeah. Without further ado, let's start this. February 24th, 12:14 p.m. District Court, Courtroom number 9. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Oh, I didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. Officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Oh, it's Mr. Texas. Hell yeah. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Me, partner. I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yeah, we get it. So real, Edgeworth. I love Edgeworth. Oh, I know, you're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you hear the howling wind calling it out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind? Never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge regarding the evidence room on the day of the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? And Desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. Damn! I was not English enough for you. Day of the crime. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. Said I was supposed to make round 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room protected by 2 security cameras anyway. If I remember right, I was at the street side saloon at the time it went down. Is that your office? I'm just an innocent traveling man. So if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. Can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint activated locks and the evidence lockers? Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? This is definitely interesting, because we did see his bloody fingerprint inside there. So, definitely wondering what that's all about. It's not being very helpful. But knowing how this game usually works, I don't think we have the culprit on trial day 2, so I don't think it's this guy. Not that good with machines, or with following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses, now don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. The judge gave up. Okay. Let's see here. My job is to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. How exactly do you keep an eye on evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved on the security camera monitor. This room is so still, even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker until your recordings. You interred them? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape. Nothing unusual is recorded tape to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase the tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy's a fly for dramatic, but it ain't gonna do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. Now this bravado, I know those rules get in his way. This bravado's now join the police force. Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime. Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. Was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker? Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner, can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. What's this guy avoid being fired? That is a very good question. How is he not getting less paid if Gumshoe is? Okay, so what do the ID card records say? 77777. I mean, I guess it could have been him. But not really any concrete proof, so I don't think that's what I'm supposed to present here. You used to be a detective, so you used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course, back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner, I ain't good at machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. That's quite incredible. Sensors in the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of your presence. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem like this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what they were doing when the crime took place? The street, that's his room. That's his room. Oh, you're doing a place like that. I was eating spaghetti. Not even Angel Steak lunches can beat that parlor from gold sepia pasta. Or sepia pasta. You mean to tell us you abandon your police duties to eat some noodles? Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope just Lee taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, "Did you not want to race this year?" Obviously, we were out of ammo. Well, it's time to hit the trail. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall? It's right, partner. Or as you'd call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One of the things seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, it just doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from everyone. Everyone knows that. They're like, don't mess with Texas, Mr. West of LA. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. Before I use it though, I better up the ante. Okay, yeah, the trump card is a bloody fingerprint, but we don't want to use the bloody fingerprint yet. Is what he's saying. Said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but I must stop. I don't really have proof that he was in the room. Yo, Irene, what's up? Thanks for the happy affiliate anniversary. I appreciate it. Thanks for the good luck on Ace Attorney. I'm getting somewhere with this case now. I'm on the day 3 ladder trial. This case is so long, but I've gotten a decent bit through it now. I'm protected by 2 security cameras anyway. What if I'm like, no it's not, there's only 1 security camera? It'd be so stupid. Oh my god, I forgot how much fucking evidence I have. Okay, yeah, we're waiting to bring this one out. No, I don't want to bring that one out yet, that's fine. We're saving the trump card for later. Should I play them yourself recently? What game are you currently playing in the Ace Attorney series? Okay, that's just where the blood's at. I forgot how much fucking evidence there is in this case. Is there anything? Let's see. Nice, nice. Finishing where you started 2 years ago? I mean, better late than never. Okay, let's... What's the most sus statement here? I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, depending on my style. So he's just saying he wasn't there. I mean, I could present the ID card record and ask who the fuck was the guy at 4:20 p.m. But I'll do that if I can't think of anything else, because I feel like that's not bulletproof evidence. But I'll keep that one in my back pocket. Okay. So this room's protected by 2 security cameras anyway. The street's out saloon. I mean, we know the saloon, it means like his office probably, but I don't think I can say no, you're lying. I don't think I have any evidence that says he's lying about that. Casinos is dying. Yeah, this is just the... I mean, the video makes it seem like there's only 1 security camera in the room. So, we could be like, there's only 1 security camera, although I feel like that might be a little bit stupid. Because it says from the security camera. Like, I think this is the only security camera in the evidence room. Or is there one in his office? I guess there might be one in his office. Okay, I have two ideas. Let's just try both of them and see what happens. Security video. Okay, yeah, let's try it. Yeah, I thought that was a far-fetched. Okay. Getting humbled here. Bone orchard again? Oh, the evidence room. Well, let's try. Let's try the ID card record. I still want to know who entered at 4:20. Okay. I guess this wasn't him. Starting the stream off great, getting completely humbled by the first cross-examination of the day. Oh boy. I mean, I feel like it would be... Again, he says, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. Before I use it though, I better up the ante. Yeah. I don't think I'm supposed to use the trump card here. Unless he means by up the ante, just press. But I think he just will present something else first. I don't think the jar has anything to do with this crime. Okay, Okay, we just know that someone called Neil Marshall, which is probably a relative of Jake. Just know he was an investigator for this case. This is getting difficult. I grind 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Hey, could we prove that you weren't at a street side saloon? I guess that could be it. He couldn't have been at the shoot some. Well, he could have been because the last one ended before I was at 4:20 p.m. That's like an hour before the murder, so. I don't think there's anything that proves that he couldn't have been there. Oh boy. I don't think, yeah, nothing like from this pretty much is relevant to today's trial. Am I supposed to present the trump card now? Oh yeah, I was. I just overthought. I just did. Oh my god! I just did a galaxy brain overthinking. I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to present the bloody fingerprints yet. But I'm just a fucking overthinker. Okay. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. Yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint. It isn't real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crib. Pay my respects, but it make my runs about once a month. The only natural my fingerprints will be in there. Nuh-uh. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene. Blood was wiped away. However, the luminal test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall. Seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on its shoulders. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall? About the blood-stained fingerprints. Very well, you may begin your testimony with your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime. Blood-stained fingerprints. Like I said, it's unnatural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprint. Murder touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. Bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Did you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it. The witness explanation appears valid, although there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be found without any doubt, partner. Definitely now cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something, I can feel it. Not my chance to prove it. Bloodstained fingerprints. Okay. That's because, how do you put it, pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. And one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All centered nowadays, a heap of broken dreams. I see. It was strange my prints were in all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. Must have been using a fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Found a bloody handprint in Marshall's own locker. The print had been wiped. Okay. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Was mine? It's no mystery. Please explain. My locker's covered with my fingerprint. It just so happened. Chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thin straight corner. You ain't gonna get nowhere working with a mere fingerprint. Wanna know why? Oh wait, no. Unrelated? Or as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's gotta do with breakfast was on one's top of murder. He's right, although seemingly alike, they're totally different. Let's see what homonyms have to do with this. 9 words, 9 blood. How do you know that? Maybe a loner, but still do my job. Keep up on the reports. There's a blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. We found Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. What does that all mean? The murderer wearing gloves? Happened to blaze around and took Officer Marshall's fingerprint. That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get a picture, partner? A picture? The seal of blood? The desert is just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. My trail isn't in there. You can't see otherwise. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner? Okay, is this a new statement? What do you mean by that? You want to tell me that this crime isn't a rap, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. That video is next to useless, it's full of blind spots. Blind spots? Places you can't see. The camera is panning back and forth, the floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape.
Objection!
I don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, if you shows evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now. Well, let's do it the Phoenix Wright way. Let's BS our way through this. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Read carefully, Mr. Wright. Why not being the one making the mistake? Alright, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall. Not the video again! I hate this! Okay. Well then. Rewinds J. And fast forward. And pause is backspace. Can't you frame advance? Yeah, you can frame advance as well. Okay. Well then. Can we see anything on Marshall's locker? There's no bloody handprint now there. Still no handprint on the locker. 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 Yo Emma, thanks for the happy affiliate anniversary. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Yo Match Simpson, thanks for the happy affiliate anniversary. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so maybe the only thing I can think of is the fact that there's no bloody handprint here. That's the main thing that's catching my attention here. So I think that's what I have to present. Wait. So if I'm doing pretty well. I'm chilling. I'm having a lot of fun playing this game. Then yeah. Been nice to I've enjoyed Ace Attorney a lot. It's been nice to play some casual stuff. Okay, I'm gonna try this. There. This feels like a generic I got it wrong response. Please allow me to apologize for my colleague, Your Honor. He gets carried away sometimes. Well, let's settle this in a first. We forgive him too, Officer Marshall. He's not a bad man, he's just a bit disillusioned. Of course, I'm not one to gun down unarmed boys. Oh great, now I trust you defending me. Yes, that means I missed the mark. Very well, let's get back to the cross-examination. Okay. Maybe it's not the video. That's the thing. But also, the fact that it even asked me to examine the video makes me feel like it is the video. I don't feel like it would show me that without... without it being the right answer. Okay, I don't think the screwdrivers are very useful. Let's watch the video again. Let's just watch it from here so I don't have to listen to the fucking music. Okay, I can't back and forth it here. Ah no, shouldn't it be pretty good evidence the fact that after the video stops there's no blood on this locker? I felt like that made sense. I mean, there's just a chance that the game's kind of trying to catch me off guard. Because usually, when it actually like gives you something like this, it's what you're supposed to do. But what if like there is a pretty good chance they're just trying to fuck with me here? Okay. We have to rewind, the fast forward, and the pause. I don't know, just the fact that his Marshall's locker is not bloody after the supposed murder, after the murder is supposedly gone. Okay, so there we have the guy, the detective attacking him. Or is like the detective Mr. Marshall? That's the overall vibe of the game. Would you suggest it? I really like it. I would suggest it if you're interested. It's a lot of fun to just like, well, it's a lot of reading dialogue, but it's really fun to like You feel really smart when you present the evidence in the right place. And you're like, oh yeah, I saw that. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, you like the characters, I like the jokes, I like the lore. So yeah, it's pretty chill to just be examining evidence, but I really like it. I really like how chill it is, in a way. Okay. Okay, how long does this video last for? Wait, there's a... Oh wait, I see it now! Wait, I saw it! There was like what do you call it? A like piece of paper hanging out of the blocker at the end of the video. I did like see that paper, but I thought it was there the entire... I didn't like register it as something I should pay attention to. Okay, so next time we're gonna see a paper here. Oh my god. That's crazy. Okay. Bring our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. Days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you say in 8 words or less? Very well. It can clearly be seen in this video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. That locker with the white cloth sticking out was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Yeah, definitely recommend this game. It's a lot of fun. Oh, the white cloth, it's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When a crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened the locker when the camera was turned away. Order, order. Hold your horses. Sorry, partner. You got the wrong man. What if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. We needed to hide something, so we opened a locker and stuck it in. Not my fault he happened to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? What other games do you play? No, this is like far from what I usually play. I usually like speedrun. My main games I speedrun. I've been like a lot of 3D Mario games, and I'll speedrun like a couple RPGs like Undertale and Omori. So visual novel, attorney game, not really what I usually do, but it's been a lot of fun. This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah, I call your bluff. You say I opened that locker, now prove it. Aw shit. Okay, we gotta get this right. Do we go back for the bloody handprint on his locker? I think we go back to that. Or we question this. Okay, let's not try to overthink things with my... Let's not do galaxy brain overthinking here. Let's just let's just go for the fingerprints. Let's just go for the fingerprints again. Yeah, the fingerprint is correct. The health bar disappeared. You can talk, alright, but you got long ways to go before you can walk the walk. Which game do you like? In terms of speedrunning, I guess Galaxy 2 is the game I'm best. Mario Galaxy 2 is the game I've done probably the best at speedrunning. Oh, never mind. Okay. The bar disappeared. Okay. The only he can open it. I should know this. Yeah. Only he can open the locker. If it's his. So how do we prove that it is his locker? Oh, wait. It just... 20 hours do you stream? My schedule is pretty much... I don't really have a consistent schedule. Recently, I've like been 3-4 hours a few times a week. But it really depends a lot. Sometimes I don't stream at all. I'm just like... But I've been motivated to stream lately, so I've been pretty consistent. Yeah, that's the thing I thought of, like, it says a bloody handprint from his own locker. I mean, it says indicator, this is also kind of stupid, but... Are you in Discord? I do have a Discord server for like pinging when I go live. I think you can do ! Discord for that. Is it the evidence locker? It says only the assigned detective prints can unlock it. I mean, that's what we said earlier, but that's literally like, it's his locker. Fingerprint sensor. Talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious, or even some people on the force don't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? I only got 1 word for you, partner. No! Order! Witness, explain yourself. This is a joke. It's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Well, please answer the question. Is he now a bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can? Now look at these floor plans. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. Oh, they're saying Officer Marshall is the detective from the video. Is that so, then? Where was the witness? Seems Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right. The only possible conclusion. I'm gonna save in case there's like another thing that could tank my HP again. Okay. Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? So they're claiming Meekins was the killer. So we're gonna say this is Officer Marshall.
Take that!
Officer Marshall was standing right here. There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. Correct. Listen, I wasn't Detective Goodman. Oh, I figured that out immediately. That's pretty cool. I actually had a thought in my mind earlier when we started talking about him being in a room. Like maybe it wasn't Goodman in the room, maybe it was the sheriff. Mars make really good stuff for streaming when no. Oh, that's cool. Sure, if you want to, you can post some art. I think I might have like an art channel in my if I remember correctly. Do I? Yeah, it's called Music and Art. I don't think it's been used for a couple of years, but it's there. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up as Detective Goodman. Preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. As he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when he confronted. The evidence room has to show his card, sir. Yes. Now did Detective Goodman respond? Oh, let's go. I get to hydrate. Somebody put a knife on me. Is that the knife that he's holding in his like sprite? Thinking about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? Yeah, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. Oh, get it. If he showed that, this cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man was the Detective Goodman. You have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? You got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving that dressed up as the victim. I mean, the main thing I'm thinking is that his ID card was the Goodman's ID card that was found at the other crime scene. Can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. Can't say I care for your beard, but you didn't see me complaining. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond shadow of doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim? Well, am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. See the fear in your eyes, Arthur. So even you're the one who couldn't take the dessert heat. Ah, this can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do? Looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. Pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. If you run into a wall and no place to go, return to the basics. The basics? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Why do you think this locker was open in the first place? What do you mean? No reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. If he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense's argument, it was a Jake Marshall who shot Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. And after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps a video is the key to all our unnecessary questions. I don't have evidence that the video is my only shot. Not the video again! Okay, let's save. Very well, let's take a look in the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. He gave us why the witness had to open his locker. Let's see. I mean, the glove was found at the ground of the scene, so it's not that. Let's see what's going on here again. I guess the bloody coat would probably be pretty suspicious, wouldn't it? Okay. Is there anything different with that guy next time we see him? With Meekins? Okay, no. We don't see him again after that. Okay. I assume the bloody coat would be pretty suspicious if this is not Goodman. Is that the same knife that was used in the murder? Switchblade knife wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Oh wait, no, that was found at the other crime scene. So I think this is just straight up his knife. What does the blade of that one look like? Do they match? I was like, oh, it's hard to tell. Could it be that switchblade knife? Whose blood was it wrapped in? It just says, okay. Not really sure. What are they asking me to show here? Oh, they want me to show... Oh shit, no, I almost forgot. Let me think what they said. Why... Oh yeah, why he had to open his locker. That's what. And I think it's probably because his coat was bloody. That's the main thing I'm thinking. Didn't mean to quiz you. I had to think for a second. I kind of got lost in watching the video. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what makes the most sense. Let's look at this again. Cause yeah, either the bloody knife or the bloody coat. Either way, that being bloody is like definitely not something you could. This is the last thing we see. I think. Yeah, he's gone after that. Wait, was the coat already bloody when he came in? Where does the blood come? Okay, no, he doesn't have any blood in his coat there. It stains on him after that swing, right? No, I can see the blood. Oh, let's try. Well, it's turned yellow, so I think that was right. For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet. Yet? However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. He asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked. The white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat. You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Yeah, that's what I think. Not bad, partner. Oh, then, Officer Marshall? Are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, you were only half as persistent then as you are today. All wouldn't have to be here now, would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. Alright. Seems the time has come. Marshall's confession. We're still gonna have to poke holes in this. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. Stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. I managed to escape. I knew which area it wouldn't be caught on camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. So the victim was really you. One thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity. That's what I was gonna say. The large blood quantity. That's how much blood were found on the floor in the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. Way too much blood for such a small donation. Yeah. Wait, no, I'm supposed to press this statement? Okay. When you say it, you mean... You even have to ask, partner, that's the mine incident. 2 years have passed and that case was closed. It's going to completely end with the transfer of that day. Not if I had anything to do with it. That incident's not over. Did you hope to accomplish sneaking into the evidence room? Case is closed, only that place the lead detective can look through the evidence. So look at one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of the investigation. Why does he care so much about it? Because one of his relatives died in it. And it was my last chance. That's why. Yeah, but then when I let the case die. Okay. Still a detective's ID and dressed like him. The evidence. Why do you disguise yourself, Detective Goodman? I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transfer. I'll be arrested for stealing the evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security camera. The detective's ID card? I stole that the morning of the incident. That really was why Goodman started filling out that last line of report. Return his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that lock yourself. but he could have, because the rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. Okay. So Detective Goodman used the card before Marshall because he ended up put a glove in the locker. Pull a knife and Officer Meekins try to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. And think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Surely is a 1 in a million type person. He's a detective for an intruder and demanding to show his ID. I have to think a little more about his race this year. Let Edgeworth get so much influence. Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. It's alright to turn out that way. Me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, I mean this one? I don't know what to say. You knocked Officer Meekins out and so you did your research beforehand. Those are going to the desert unprepared. Don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference though. The security taps are raised every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins. Someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. Opened my locker and stashed it in there. What's Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby. But you're saying he's not there. But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What, are you blind? The victim showing that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. You stole the evidence from the locker? Actually, no, I didn't. Why not? I opened the locker. The evidence was already gone. What? Mr. Edgeworth? Where's that evidence? Still missing, Your Honor. Goodman's locker's already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. None of salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one's mine. I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. Now what does an unusual amount of zeal? Let's hear more. Can't just forget the S9 incident. You know what? That case was sold 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence. I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about the turnout. There's something that still bothers me. Something went down that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. I'm so concerned with that incident. Now I should present with what I think his real reason is. I had a feeling we wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. Better take another look at the files. Okay. So, why can't he forget the S-Line incident? I think I know why. I think it's because it's a relative of his that was killed. That's for the Joe Dark killings. Because here we see that there's a marshal, a new one. Yo Kiki, what's up? Whoop whoop. Thank you for the party hat. What is up? Yeah.
Objection!
Let's present the files. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the Nestle line incident. Sound like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the Nestle line incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned here. Got a TFT addiction again? Wait, remind me what TFT is. Sorry. It's the meme game? What meme game? I'm confused. Teamfight tactics. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I'm either sorry or happy for you that you got addicted, whatever works best. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall, are you related to this man? Don't be happy. Okay, I'm so sorry for your loss. Neil Marshall. Yeah, I'm sure you heard the name. 2 years ago. You received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor? You must be talking about the King of Prosecutors award. Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. I handled it as a line case before I did. That's right. He was killed and the case fell into your hands. What was his relation to you? He was my brother. He was investigating the murders of Damon Gant, then Deputy Chief of Police. It's all starting to make some sense why he's involved now. So yeah, I figured it was someone related to him because I saw Marshall in as a line file. So he wants to... There's something about the killing of his brother that he's... feels like wasn't investigated properly, I suppose. Group of detectives I was part of worked under them. They were desperate to prosecute the killers. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. It was all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it. That's the reason for your insane actions. There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Don't mess with Texas! Well, at least one thing for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime. That was the last day the SMI case could be reopened. Satisfied with his resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has been cleared up. But how did it happen at the exact same time as the actual murder? No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. Exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department. Chance? It's gotta be more than just that. If no one was murdered at the police department the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. Objection! But wait! A verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. Seems to me, this boy's got to join you, partner. Of the mysteries at the police department have been solved, no doubt about it. The sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky. The testimony of one of Mrs. Angel Starr is completely incontestable. you have a response, make it a single word or less. Ah! Oh, nothing doing this. Oh my god, I risked my case. It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time to proving the alleged murder at the police department. Are we fucked now? Think outside the box. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape reading was fake. But I didn't realize I would end up proving Lana guilty. No, no, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant. Objection! Hold it! Oh. Oh, Emma's back! Your Honor, wait! Emma, the defense is an objection. A scientific objection. Right? I wasn't... Yeah, I almost forgot about her. That she hasn't been here for the last hour. There's been a lack of scientific energy here for the last hour. This game is so funny. I love this game. It's been so much fun. I might like retire from speedrunning and only play Ace Attorney from now on. Like honestly, Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor, in a sense, please, Your Honor, all I'm asking is a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. I was kind of in shock when finding out the S-line is referred to the Joe Dark killings. As she mentioned it, the names of both Sky sisters were in that file. That's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day? So there was fingerprint and nothing to do with the crime. That was only one thing. The other handprint. You know the traces of blood found in the gumshoes locker? But no fingerprints were found in it, right? No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I should be finding a clue. Oh, that's why she ran away. So I ran over there and looked at it again. So did you find something? No! Huh. Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all. Is that all? Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. I'm just an attorney. Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. We can't find something wrong with them. Please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you. Me? Oh boy. Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright, with regard to the incident at the police department, any reasonable doubt remain. It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be one more use. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with the blood mark, Lana will be... Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. Everyone needs to concentrate. It's now. What could be wrong with that handprint in Takagoshi's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? There's no problem. Let's lose the trial. No, we have to object. We've got to object.
Objection!
Well, how he I can't get over him slamming his desk every time. It'll never not be funny. His handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Hyde. You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yeah, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there? Yes, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. Let us pray the defense is simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright. Well, there's evidence here. There's gotta be something I can use. The question is, we're trying to prove something is missing in the floor plans. Okay. We're saying that something is missing in the floor plans. I don't think we missed any blood stains. Well, this is SL9 evidence. This is an SL9 knife. How did that one end up at the other crime scene? AI-16. I mean, who put the glove there on this locker? That's like the one thing we still don't know. And that was the glove stained blood print. So I think we gotta go with the glove. Let's see back west. Even a blind man can hit with a buckshot. Oh, I got wrecked. As long as he's facing the general direction. It's easy to decide which direction to face. It's no use. The more evidence there is, the greater the chance of me being wrong. Just calm down, Mr. Wright. I'm trying to remember what the evidence room was like on the day of the crime. What bothers me about this blood mark is but that it's glove. Please allow me another chance, Your Honor. I'll prove it this time. I was afraid the defense seemed to be trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright. Okay. So yeah, the day of the crime that happened here. Oh, just 1 second. I'm gonna mute. Okay, there we go. So something is missing in the floor plans. How did the SL9 knife that was supposedly used for the quote-unquote second murder end up on a guy's muffler? We still don't know who entered at 4:20 p.m. What do they mean with something missing on the floor plans though? I'm a bit confused. I look like a bit of a clown right now. You know, I haven't used a jar for anything. Is it the jar? No. Remember what it was like on the day of the murder. Okay. Is it this one? Because we don't know who entered at 4:20 p.m. Oh no. Nope. Okay. What the evidence room was like on the day of the crime. Well, at least it's good that they don't give you a penalty for this one. Maybe they don't give you a penalty because it's hard. Okay, let's check the security video again. Let's What was the room like on the day of the crime? What is missing in the floor plans? We have the lockers. We have that's the blood stain on Gumshoe's locker that we don't know. Whose blood is that? Is it from this switchblade knife? Could be the switchblade knife. Oh my god. Ah no, I'm being humbled so hard right now. I mean, technically the luminol testing fluid could find more blood. Okay. I agree, I am bothered by the blood mark, which I thought would like use the glove, because the blood mark was clearly like a glove blood mark, because it didn't have any. I don't think it's this one again. Ah, fuck it. Let's get the screwdriver. Okay, it's not the screwdriver. Let's see what obvious point I'm missing here. We know Goodman wasn't here. Well, clearly we need to take another look at the video. Come on. No. No. I know the blood stain is sus. Like, I don't think something's not adding up with the blood stain. But I don't know what. Because we have the glove here. Have I tried the jar? I don't think I have tried the jar. Okay, well, there's no punishment for doing this, so no. I can just try over and over. Is it Goodman's ID? Because how did it end up all the way back at the other crime scene? We did mention that earlier. What was the evidence stream like on the day of the crime? What is it that bothers me about this blood mark? Yeah, what is it that it bothers me about this blood mark? Okay. All the shows. The blue badge panel has a mark on it, but I don't think that's the blood mark. Was he standing in the way? Wasn't he standing in the way of like where the blood mark was? Could be that. Yes! There we go. Sometimes the evidence you're supposed to present is so stupid. But at least I actually thought of it before just blindly pressing it, and I just didn't get a lucky press. Actually, like, wait, wasn't that covering up the place where the... I remember thinking that, like, last stream, I was trying to, like, inspect that blood stream, the blood print, and like, wait, the guy's in the way. What about that piece of plywood? Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Hyde. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. Blue Badger is not here. So watch what happens when you put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well, what? That's right, so long as the blue badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint in this spot in the locker. What? So that means, just exactly what does it mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found at a locker. Don't look at me, I didn't put it there. Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically. Emma. That afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room, right? If you put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint in that locker. The Melina's blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in. Just one moment, I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash from my courtroom. It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled on once, but twice. One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. After Meekins cut his hand, a trivial amount of blood fell. Problem is, the other time. This is starting to make more sense. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown in this tape. That had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. As ridiculous, I refuse to accept your absurd claim. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found in the locker. So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand to show evidence to prove when it occurred. When did the first incident occur? Was it 4:40 p.m.? To summarize, the defense claims that Riot Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, it was Detective Goodman, and the incident took place in that evidence room. That's right, the blood mark in the locker proves this. Very well, and tell us, when did this first incident occur? Besides, proof must be presented. Okay, and also, I love the gamer music. Like gamer proof that it shouldn't have been mentioned. There's only one piece that I didn't show up. No, the defense please present evidence, which has been. So the autopsy report isn't very specific, right? Yeah, it says within an hour and a half of 4 p.m., which means 4:40 p.m. is entirely 4:20 p.m. is entirely plausible. 777777. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. In order to do so, an ID card would have been required. An ID card? Oh, the ID card record. Yeah, I was right. After Meekins walked the blue badger panel into the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. No, got that. Miles Edgeworth, what have you done? Oh my no, it's 4:20. You guys are stupid. I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. No, but I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either. It's clear from the luminol test that the blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. It had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's take a look at the chart again. So, one under card remaining 77777777. Talk about a lucky number. Oh wait, that doesn't make sense. Look at Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room. There's no record of his card being used beforehand. He must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. Went in with 777777. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 777777. And 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of the ID card, at least at present. What? Explain yourself, son. The ID number 777777 belongs to someone with the rank of captain or higher, someone that's a so-called executive officer. You don't have the authority to inquire into such person's identity. But that's ridiculous. Just how? I'll finish talking, Mr. Wright. There's one situation in which we can be granted such authority. An official charge filed against an executive is accepted. An official charge? You're all locked, aren't you? Your cover-ups and your forgeries. It's how the prosecutor's office works. It's a pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay, let me ask you a question. Yes. No, not to you, to her, the defendant sitting over there. Her own little executive. Lana? Don't be stupid, she's been charged with murder. Of course we looked up her ID number. And it's not 777777. Don't blame me, fool partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident. It was a 9 incident. Intermediate chief prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, you really only used legitimate evidence. You need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor. I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. Lana! I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. Before I realized that, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Just what are you saying? As you again, Chief Prosecutor, during that trial 2 years ago, did you present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did? You prosecutor, you didn't. I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Why won't you answer him? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana! Even if it involved forging evidence. Oh, that's awkward. See, that's what I'm talking about. No! No! Order! 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 Launch March caused such a stir. The chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. Alright, to be continued! That was an interesting way for the day 2 trial to end. Day 3 investigation. February 24th, 3:12 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. I didn't know. I never knew that Essa Linus was just another name for the Joe Dark killings. I think everyone else heard about these killings but me. Well, I wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean what happened to you? It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. What do you have to do with those killings, Emma? The night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. What? He tried to kill you? Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. So that means you... Yeah, I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. I didn't see that one coming. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year, too. It was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. It was dark. It seemed like he was running from someone. Pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage, but before he could, Mr. Marshall attacked him. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a ball of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting off the office for an instant. When I saw that burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. Permanent picture. I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall. You weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. It must be why she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? Yeah, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. It's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened. It's true, even though he may have not known it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold like she is today. She's not been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. What did you see in the instant the crime occurred? Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. And Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma, you've been through so much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago, I was only 14. That's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I said when I grew up, I'll become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, law would never have to forge any. You see, I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick, but there's still something that bothers me about that crime. There's something puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right? That's right. But why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor. Well, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taking him for questioning that day. Taking him for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course. This happened at the police department. I tried to run away halfway through the interview, fled into my sister's office. But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective office is in a questioning room right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. What? That's news to me. After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. Lana used to be a detective? I better have another talk with her. Alright, let's go to the detention center. February 24th, detention center. Visitor's room. Lana! Mr. Wright, it seems like I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Criminals online playing foul. Why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, An innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the S9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not least which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence for that case was stolen as well. I expected as much. You know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believe in you, Lana. I believe that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. Couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. All the drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana. What this Miss Starr said. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. Yo, what's up, Rich? Hope you're doing well. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so fazed before. It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing! They still talk about the cases they still talk about the cases she and Chief Gant had cracked together. Chief Gant? I was the deputy chief of police back then, but he's still working in crime scenes. Damon Gant, he was everything I aspired to be. We're the best team ever! They solved crimes before the reports even could be filed! Emma really idolizes your big sister. Now you're chief prosecutor? What happened? I was planning on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to get experience investigating crime scenes so you could use that experience in court, right? Gant's help in the S9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to a prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was second in command to the detectives investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon again, right? Yes, Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations. Not the same office. We're a team of investigators on the force. It's a gunman whose case it was. Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That's when his final murder took place. He tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon us of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let the guards down and fled the room. From there, he ran straight to office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. That's where he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana. It appears so. I'm filling some paper while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What do you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room and just held her. I don't blame her after all her sister must have gone through. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. We were all involved in the S9 incident? That's right, quite a coincidence, huh? I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in an incident just by chance. The case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to extreme because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall, yes, his actions gave a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he changed completely. Guess I wasn't convinced that the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yeah, in the office that Damon Grant and I shared. Also, Mr. Ged now occupies himself, the chief's office. We should have a look at the chief's office to decide if the 5 minutes online murder. Alright. Oh. February 24, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere. Things seem kinda quiet around here today. You're odd. Dude, the detective seems to say that. Why don't we look for some other people to talk to? Right, we can come back here later. February 24th, Police Department entrance. Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall. I never thought things turned out this way when I woke up this morning. Que sera. You never know where life will lead ya, eh, Bambina? I sure know my luck could run out and old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? It's over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't just go in the evidence room today, partner. Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? The prospectors headed west. If there was the keys I need to know the truth about, it was that one. Turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall. Do you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Nothing was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts report were inconsistent with the evidence we found. Example, the murder weapon. Murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Dark's alright, but in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does that mean? There was a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, the possibility had been erased. The facts have been concealed with forged evidence. That kid left behind scars on all of us. Scars that this Linus has left behind. He got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I was made a detective when it went down. I don't know, your brother seems hotter than you, but that's just me. That's just my opinion. Maybe he's got the looks and the brains. Sorry, Mr. Jake Marshall. Our first case together. What was he, your brother? He was 27 at the time. He wore the highest honor of every day. But the highest honor? You mean, king of prosecutors. I knew it. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. The day of this line incident took place, that wasn't the same day as... That's right, it was the day of the evidence transfer. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning and nightfall it was thunder. Can't believe 2 years have gone by already. Tried to steal the evidence so the kids wouldn't die. Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. There was something going on behind the scenes in that cave. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation said one was taken care of. His star was fired and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. Oh, if they did something to him too, your commissioner would get suspicious. And we're careful and not be too obvious. They? Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Scott. The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and his second in command, Lana Scott. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah, Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. He's never been the same since he left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Scott was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. What a secret? It all started 2 years ago. Is he like drinking whiskey? Or what is he drinking from? It kind of looks like one of those things that you... Well, it's not a whiskey bottle, obviously, but one of those things you can like store whiskey in. He did have like a bunch of whiskey in his office, so I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know what it's called in English, but in Swedish we call it like a plunta, where you can have like, where you can like pour over some whiskey and like have it with you in your pocket. Is it one of those? That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. One thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. Someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. When you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina. Alright. From where is the office where the emergency plane? Okay. February 24th, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. No one's here today, not even Miss Starr. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. Let's see where the detectives are. Proven in court today that day of the crime. No one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. Because it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. Wasn't it that the murder did happen there, but it happened at 4:40 p.m.? Isn't that what we proved? So I'll see your report. You have to find all the answers by tomorrow. Mr. Edgeworth isn't here. He's being questioned by an inquiry committee. Took a real beating in court today. Yeah, Lana admitted to falsifying evidence 2 years ago. I guess we'll have to come back later. February 24th, police station, criminal affairs department. This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks. Wow, actually talked to us. The chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. Well put, Chief. Well put. I'm gonna go refill my water bottle. That's a good line, isn't it? I think festive is the word you should use for those. Or chaotic, you know, it depends. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. This is the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we're not a police officer or anything. Hey, you're right, you can't go in there, it's off limits. Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. What are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. February 24th, Police Department, Chief's Office. He's gonna be here. Damon Gant. This climax is so good. I was so ready for it. What if Damon Gant's actually the killer this whole time? I mean, I can't think of anyone else, like, because it just led up to, like, him doing shady shit with falsifying evidence for that last case, and that would make sense. That would actually make sense. Because Lana claimed she did it, and it could be... Yeah, it's so long so filled with twists and red herring. It could be Lana said just, yeah, I did it just to save face, maybe? I don't know. I have no clue, honestly. I'm just gonna, like, ride along and see what happens. But Damon Gant definitely seems a bit suspicious at this point, but we'll see what happens. Just because he falsified evidence doesn't necessarily mean he committed the murder either. Well, we'll just see. The chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Yeah, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. Used to call me Little Miss Bach. Thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes. Real. I never could remember where C was. Yeah, here he is, Mr. Gant. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. Look at that paper he was reading in his desk. It's alright, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. You can appreciate that. I have my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's conduct and Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. We took to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. Oh, is it that the trophy's not broken? Yeah. Or no, it was still broken there. Never mind. Can't quite see to put my finger on it though. Down team picture onto the record. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but it matters they need my attention. I'm gonna look up here, so let's go out together. Oh, but this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? It's long been over, don't need to investigate it. Yeah, he's being very sus now. All the same, we still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out, I have a meeting to attend. Looks like you aren't welcome. That case isn't over with yet, after all. What do you mean? Chief Gant and I requested search the quote-unquote crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? There's gotta be a way we can get inside the Chief's office. Where's Detective Gumshoe when you need him, February 24, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. There he is! Hey, pal! Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. Was sitting so long? Actually, we're serving everyone coffee. Doesn't Detective Gumshoe still out of the loop? Have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. What do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. Sounds like the battles between you two in court. Sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. I had falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has a whole world after his blood. Yikes. Why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Well, Sky's the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but you know there have been a lot of rumors going around with Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor has kept him safe from those who don't like him. Now with this, there are really so many people who hate him? No, bro, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know for making enemies. Hey Dick, keep up the good work. Yes sir. You got for lunch again sometime, my treat. Yes sir. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay Dick? Yes sir. If you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. And all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. He was generally concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything? Only evidence Dark left behind her was during the final attack. His final attack? You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall was trying to protect some girl? Me? The detective should never realize that was the girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? Let's see. I think it has something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His power stuff recollection never failed to impress. It was just showing the murder weapon. Might jog his memory. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? What made him so take to serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. With his car? So it was an accident? An accident, yeah, but it transformed into an animal. An animal? Killed a man and witnessed the accident. Then he killed a second. A kid walked by just as he killed him too. He was burning the bodies. Jogger came upon the scene, was killed as well. Finally he turned himself in. Looks like it was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all just conjecture. It wasn't a single shred of evidence. But he turned himself in. Yeah, but in the middle of his question, he fled and murdered his final victim, Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. Good thing the last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka Emma. So let's present the murder weapon. Was it the dent didn't match the wound? About this. Hey, is that... There's a tie attached to the label as a line incident on it. I believe this would be a broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that now been locked away in the locker. When the Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. Just found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler. That's it. Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. I just have to admit that it's all coming back to me. That song's so good. I love that song. Shoutouts to Celine Dion. What was it, detective? Quick, before you forget again. This knife was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. Traced back to the story brought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it too. No one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken. You have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well, anyway, I think I guessed where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. He found deep inside a stab wound. Did it match Stark's knife? You bet, down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. This officer report. Stabbed in the back, died from a punctured heart in the lung. A knife tip was in a wound. Broken tip was found. That sounds like conclusive evidence. So how would it, like, what would need to be forged here? I'm not really sure. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. Not money, but it does concern the Chief. His office is a crime scene, right? Where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. Chief's out now and his office is locked. We'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door. What, really? But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh, aren't we carrying a detective card? Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. Oh, this ID card was Detective Goodman's. Yeah, that won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Oh. So in other words, gumshoes are only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. We need to convince him that... Oh, we do have this. Make sure that allows you to detect... Oh. But we could try to show him decisive evidence. That's the ID card record, isn't it? Yeah, there's only one number left to investigate. At 4:20 PM, the victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered evidence driven along with someone else. Someone with an executive officer number. 7777777. That's 17 too many, Detective. An executive officer. This is about a hunch. I like Mr. Gant. So it could be Mr. Gant. That's like what all the evidence is pointing to right now. Because he was like kind of sus earlier. Yeah, that didn't help though with getting him to change his mind. I mean, the autopsy report has the death time. Yeah, but it's not that. I wouldn't think. I've been studying up in those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. When people are accusing him of injustice, I for one ain't buying it, pal. You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose. That was pretty clear in their profession. Forged evidence in order to prove Dark guilty. Can't believe Officer Marshall would do something like that. You know Officer Marshall? Of course I do. He was like a mentor to me. When I first started out, he even gave me a small cactus. Really? Said, Dick, she'll listen to all your troubles. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe talks about cactus. Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now, so I'm gonna trade places with him. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, I do have this jar. That was apparently from that case. About that jar, I think I've seen it before somewhere. Somewhere. Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. This must be the most unfamiliar detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office. He's yelling at me. Chief Gant? Where could I have seen that before? In his office. Well, yeah, wait. Oh no, I'm seeing things. I saw that trophy and I thought it was the trophy is the jar. That is the jar. You don't have the thing to present him yet? Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't see the jar in the background before. So that jar... Oh yeah, that jar probably broke during the murder. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see where else we can go. Not here. Okay, where else have I not been today that I could go? I see. Go back here. Maybe I need to present something to Lana. Let's Edgeworth's back, yeah. February 24, High Prosecutor's Office, Room 1202. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is, looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? You sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor? Tough day in court, huh? Not from one of the past 2 years we were flying around. Was another allegation to me. Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. What do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do can erase that fact. You didn't know, did you? I mean, the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office shut upon of trust. If bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work. Tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, now this one. Seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out of the trial. Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? List of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. Only half as long as most lists? That's odd. After Neil Marshall's murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. Really a big part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Used as evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, you just saw a picture taken around the time. That picture, something seems strange about it. Yeah, we presented the picture then. The day of the crime. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I never cared for ceremonies, but I thought I attend that one. Because you were awarded this? Those receiving awards can exactly skip out on the ceremony. Finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends, clerk and stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. Until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? Oh, I know what I was. Yeah, this. Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that. Didn't he? Chief Gant! His name keeps coming up over and over again. He wanted to get Edgeworth away from the crime scene. Because he was committing murder. Or Or was he? I don't know. I might be completely wrong, but it makes a little bit too much sense right now. Maybe the game's just trying to throw me off again. I wouldn't be surprised if the game was trying to throw me off. Yeah, it was a piece of evidence in case it was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. We came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. Well, let's present this photo. This picture was hung on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor knew Marshall. He just started making a name for himself. It's like this was taken only to see the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes? The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours. Yeah, I was gonna say it was different, but it's not. Yeah, you're right. Ah, I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind us to decide. A story? Sounds interesting. Do you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Contradiction. This word originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. First means halberd and the second means shield. Have you heard this story? Me? Sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it though for Emma's sake? Good save, Phoenix. Good save. Good save. Very well. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute.
Objection!
That's objection! Those claims contradictions! I love that they brought up the gamer music for this. Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very description of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed out, the merchant was left speechless, and thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and a broken knife symbolized. Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. Ancient tale ends with the merchant lost for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. There's something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gant. Is that the murder weapon? Is that the murder weapon? 2 years ago, you had a halberd part of the award abolished. Chief Gant. February 24. Oh, let me guess who's gonna be here. Is it gonna be her? Excuse me? Yeah, it is her. I knew it. Lunchtime. Either of you care for a quarter-pound of roast beef. Miss Star. I guess she's out of lunches. Sure are the curious sort, aren't you? Kinda like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. Thank you, Angel Star. Very cool. That is a quote if I've ever seen one. Holy shit. Still, I just thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was transferred. This can all be attributed to mere coincidence. Are you forgetting something? A little scene I happened to witness? This is a lot of stuff to good with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savory when eaten. It's our hatred towards Lana. All dates back to 2 years ago. They were investigators together, weren't they? They were both detectives at that time. Then she became a prosecutor. So she has a very clear motive to lie about Lana. Because she hates her. Joe Dark, his name will not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, has been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? We were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Being Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Sky. My sister! This is the best for putting on an SM9 case. Of course they're a legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant! That legendary power was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got a bit into shit. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, like while other items were kept secret. It didn't have proof anything illegal was done. Or proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much of an explanation. Lana Sky transferred to the prosecutor's office, became chief prosecutor. That's why she hates prosecutors. Well, I always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used. Demon Gant and Lana Sky. Gant led the investigation with Lana's second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Demon Gant's magnetism in particular is almost unreal. His magnetism? I mean his ability to attract evidence. He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean forged? Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him though. I think she's talking about forged evidence. Then everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. They did anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall! When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt like she lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Starr, that's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief, Gant's powerful influence. Chief? That's right. Thanks to all that in my case, the position as Chief was secured. There's only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he can control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Once that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change. At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Star. Listen to me, Rookie. It's more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Alright, we're kind of cooking. I think, let's see if we have anything to present gumshoe. Yeah, February 24th, police station. Criminal Affairs Department. Ah, you're back. You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken. I think it was desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. Not letting you in the chief's office, period. I'll be neck in line. That office is the last crime scene that's line, isn't it? I have to take a look in there. There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. Oh my god. There is so much evidence. Wait, what was the new evidence that I was supposed to get? What if our information was updated again? Was it this? I think this is the same as before. Yeah. Oh, it's the same before. Yeah. Let's see. I guess we could ask with the screwdriver. Okay. Can't even explain it to you. Come on, brother. I guess the main thing I know about the trophy's different. I might have missed something. Yeah, I think I might have missed getting something underway. Let's go check again. What the jar? I think it's the... Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think I missed something. I don't think there's much I can get from talking to Lana, but I want to see what she has to say. Attorneys and prosecutors notice showing up outside court. It's a boo, especially when there's both parties involved. Judy means Lana. Yeah. I might have missed something. What about being used? I'll read this again. Must have been a reason for it to change. Oh, okay. Can I still not examine the car? Damn. Where else have I not been? Did I miss anything? Talking to Edgeworth. I mean, Gumshoe was back. So surely there's something new here. Get the files updated or something? What did I miss? Is there anything in the... Oh yeah, 2 years to go to Halber's removed. That's a new thing. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award Miss Redford got the other day. You got the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. Does this sound to be some old Chinese parable, right? Yeah, everyone knows that. It was this, dragon. Yeah, that's it, the dragon. He had a thing for shields, see? It's not exactly the version we heard. Yeah, I forgot for a second about the knife not being there anymore. No, but this one sounds more exciting. Anyways, kind of gory after that. I'll spare you the details. Damn it, Gumshoe. You can clearly see that it's not the same one as before. Okay. I already read that. Come on, Gumshoe. Oh, this is the same thing as like previously. This guy almost made us lose the case today. What are you talking about? He was guarding the bloodstain in my evidence locker with his lap. There's more than you can say about most officers nowadays. They say there's a lot of trouble if they hadn't guarded so well. But the he's right though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we have to prove not a possibility. So the other day, another murder took place prior to 5:15 p.m. I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just missed some evidence somewhere. I just don't know where. Something I could examine in Edgeworth soon because they mentioned like him hiding some stuff. Oh yeah, here. I wonder what he was running before. Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth's sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth. That's Detective Gumshoe out in the window there? Oh no, he's fallen to the ground. Hold on. First let me see what this girl's been crawling around my feet. He didn't even look. What letter for... You're having trouble reading. I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me... Oh, yeah, we can get Gumshoe to help if we say that Edgeworth's gonna resign. But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know the path I walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. No one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh, I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. It's a letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. Yeah. There we go. That's what I was missing. Third page of evidence. Let's go. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe it pushed him this far. Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too, but I know different now. Trusted us detectives provided him with sound evidence, but we betrayed him. Detective? That's it, I made up my mind. But, here, take my ID card. We can't do that if someone found out. They wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me, it's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? Please let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, detective. Thank you. Once his ID tucked swiftly into pocket. Alright, it's time. Let's go to the Chief's office. February 24, Police Department, Chief's office. Here goes, Mr. Wright. Click. Beep. Alright, we're so back. We're in! If anyone finds us now... Detective Gumshoes are gone. That happens, but counting you to bail me out. Eek! Yeah! Oh, it's like just to follow us up here. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ah! Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. I came too. You were here, and what's the point of giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable in a pocket. Hey, don't do that with my card. Oh, you ever get a chance to come in here? I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. Really do want to get a fight? You're here, do you? Hi, Galax. Thanks for the good luck. Hope you're doing well. What's up, Galax? Not if we're lucky. Now, come on. Let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. Okay. At dusk on the other side of the room. Was that your sisters? We're in the GAN office now. Yeah. We just got in. We're getting closer to figuring this out. Those are your sisters. Yeah, that's where I was waiting for Lana. I think 2 years ago. Is that when you've seen it now? No sir, this is entirely Chief Gan's office now. Practices a strict pause in preserving the crime scene. Yeah, Gant's been pretty sus lately. Hey, creepy guard, you've been acting kinda sus lately. Kind of like that. Like the Vorus twins would say. That was a strange reason to leave it there. Leaves it as a warning to everyone else. Your one sister will be alert. Told us of himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. Everything's lawn and left. No, wait, that's sorry. It's the wrong voice. Imagine Emma having the King Cola voice. Oh shit. Ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk. No one except Chief Gan and the cleaning lady used to meet here each morning. Still 2 years have passed since that incident. It can't possibly be any clue to winning. Can I ask you something? Sure. Only came in to look around, right? Because it is one of the S&9 crime scenes. I mean, that's the only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, it wouldn't be. Nah. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay, then we'll look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. What is it? Nothing else you don't worry about it. It's supposed to start bothering you, pal. Can't just let it go like that. So, sorry, this guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant? Yeah, might be a suspect, do ya? What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do you think of him? Chief Gant. Let's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings. Yeah. There you go, and ignoring me again. Zam. Okay, time to start examining. This is the real deal, isn't it? The armor and the weapons. Plain washing a stream with more speed on it. Aw, dude, that gotta go hard though. Low key. Sure is, pal. The thief doesn't care for limitations. But the pipe organ knows armor. You know how many taxpayer dollars have gone into this room? What, you mean we're paying for this? That's it, I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. I don't have any taxes to pay. Learning will be easy. Yeah, you just gotta like make notes on what to type, what to click on some places. Shh, be careful what you say. Who knows? G may be hiding in his armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if we did, he'd never be able to get back out. Get it out. You guys don't know how scared that guy can be. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. You know that when we were here earlier. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. That paper he was reading in his desk. I wonder what he was reading. It looks like a list of evidence. List of evidence. Now, do we think we can get out of this room with this paper of evidence without getting discovered by Chief Gant? Or do we think, like in the last 3,000 cases, that Chief Gant is gonna come in like, hold up, what the fuck are you doing? And try to punch us. Or threaten with violence. Could it happen again? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this though. I'm guessing the latter is what happened like the last 3 cases in a row. Hey, look at the case name. SL9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said I wonder what. No, but evidence list. Normally they're twice as long. That's right, I guess we're looking at a lot of evidence. A half-size list of evidence. List of evidence seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half was doing here? I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case! It would appear so. Can we just run the fuck out of here with these papers? Please. Okay, we got the evidence list. Like, surely he won't come in and steal this list from us, right? Surely. Okay, I still have it, so... Can we just take this to court tomorrow and stop the investigation here? No, we need to keep being nosy and we're gonna eventually lose it. Awesome. Alright. No clues here. That's the organ. Chief's organ jurors is out to behold. Occasionally we hear him praying laying for the criminal affairs department. Not on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor from an entirely different building. When a detective screws up, the chief calls him to his office and makes him listen to the organ for hours. What's so bad about that? It just soothes the soul. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in her ears. It's an instrument of punishment, literally. Why are the chief's ears affected? Never listen to anyone anyway. That was out of point. Okay. Those aren't clues. Okay. Sure, brah. Whatever you say. Look at that giant window. Makes me want to crash through it and jump outside. This is the 15th floor. Oh no, I was just saying. Saying what? Everyone's making a detective also dream about doing something like that. Note to self. Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams. As long as he doesn't go crashing through our window when he gets fired. Don't say that. This was taken on that day 2 years ago. Big Joe Dark ran off to question him and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, it was remarkable to take a picture here. Then went along with Chief Gant to question Dark. But I never knew he was dead just a few hours later. Do you think? Yeah, what's the knife? Wait a second. I'm gonna look at this picture again. Why is there a knife here? Is that the... Wait, let's take a look at the photo. That might not be a knife. That might be like... Is that the knife from the trophy? I never noticed that. Oh no, that's just a knife. It's like, it looks so out of place. But this trophy still has the knife on it. And the knife kind of looks like the same shape as like it's being broken and used for a murder. Okay. The shells are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey! This is when Lana and I went to that theme park. The shells are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them. Okay. This is the computer. This is where Lana's was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. It looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Gee, you damn must still keep it clean in memory with your partnership. Or the stuff legends are made of. Does it keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? Want that? Oh wait, is the game actually gonna let me leave their room without getting like interrogated by Gant? Let's see. Well, who would present this to who would actually bite? Because is Edgeworth gonna be like, oh, why are you? Well, Edgeworth is the one who's talked about it, so I assume maybe we can present it to Edgeworth. Did I investigate everything? I guess I might have missed something. Well, let's just see if Edgeworth says anything. I'm gonna check the evidence list. Let's zoom in. Yeah, I might have missed something. Oh! The backside has... I don't know what this is. Looks like someone doing some kind of sketch here. What is this? Did we find something? Wait, is this Emma's sketch of the murder? Because she said she tried drawing. Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing. Are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright? Oh no, forget about this picture. Alright, that's good to know. I don't think he's gonna say anything, because it probably... Yeah. Right, please, yeah. Maybe he'll just show him my best evidence and get some reaction out of him. We probably still don't have my best evidence then. Let's go back. Okay. Let's look one more time. Can I, like, point out the trophy sitting there? No. Okay. There's a safe by his desk. Let's check. I already checked the desk and I got the... Oh, yeah, there's a safe. How did I not see that? This is a safe, isn't it? Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so. Looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. 7-digit number. I think you just mind what it is. You know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birthday? It's... No, no, please. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. 7 7 7 7 7 7 7 7. Code confirmed. Access granted. First try! Bingo. What number did you enter? Your birthday was that, pal? 777777. The final ID number on that record. What? Number of the mysterious executive officer who entered your room that day. You mean 777777? That ID number? I think you're 1 7 shy this time. It can only mean one thing. Has anyone ever gotten the amount of 7s correct? That's Chief Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Oh shit. Galax, I think you're 1/7 too many. Any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Look, it's the missing piece of the broken cup. Oh my god. Sharp from a broken cup. This all looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? Something else in here too. Is this the wiped fingerprint from the crime scene? Looks like a piece of lettered cloth. Maybe Grant, you know, shouldn't be using his ID as the code for his safe, leaving evidence behind like this. You know, just a pointer for you, Gant. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that one. You think the chief made up the design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it was just a thought. Is that it? That's all it wasn't safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. Piece of cloth with handprint on it, broken shard from a cup. Look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove there's something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, my neck on the line here. Wait, now I have to prove their relevancy to get them? How are these two as a minus? Come on, there's gotta be something to show the detective. Okay, let's start by presenting the rest of the vase. Hey, Gumshoe. Could you ever look at this jar? I don't remember when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards has a non-incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know what primary we just found? You mean there's one that was in the safe? Yeah, that one. That was in the safe. And I mentioned it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Assemble fragments. Let me see that shard. I'll take a fragment. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Mr. Rat, here's some glue. I can piece it together again. I'll prove Chief Gam was knowingly hiding evidence. Here it goes. Alright, let's rotate. Hey! We pieced it back together. There! It fits like a charm. That of course means Chief Gam willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from an line incident. But, hey, God, get a load of this. What is it? These are just attached. It's different from the others. There's a reddish line on it. Reddish line? That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gam hide this in his safe? Let's label the jar update. File and fragment found in Chief Gam. Let's see. Blood traces. Okay. What else do I have to present to him? Should I show him the 777? Again. That's ID card record, isn't it? Yes, there's only one. Okay, I think this is the same as before. Yeah. Come on, you gotta let us take the evidence, bruv. Neil's autopsy report. Okay, what else did we find again? It was the last piece of this jar. Wait, let's. Okay. The cloth with the handprint. Oh yeah. Almost forgot about that. That's the. There was a cloth and hanging out of this safe on the videotape. So if we can bring it to that fingerprint. I know it has something to do with the fingerprint then, because of the cloth. Oh yeah, the fingerprinting set. Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. I want to take some fingerprints. That's a great idea, Detective. Alright, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. It's not your fingerprints you want to take. Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. What about the cloth we found in the safe? Ah, I knew that. Well, the handprint on it, right? Hey, where's your sense of humor? There we go. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Must have been absorbed in the prints. Blow the rest away. Or my mom? I don't need to tell a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. Which finger do we want to try? Let's try dusting this finger. Ding. Give him my best shot. Can't resolve him good enough. Doesn't look like we'll get a clear result. Okay, let's try a different finger then. Alright, let's try the middle finger. That looks good. That looks promising. This looks promising. Okay, it's not Damon Gant's fingerprint though. That's one thing that we can confirm. Whose fingerprint looks like something from Omori? Emma's? Huh. This is making less and less sense. What is going on? No, how can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Seems the prints are too old. Aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints. Psst. Hey, over here. What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information relevant for now. Yeah, maybe you should hold on to this. Piece of cloth. Evidence for something, but what? Where's Emma Sky's? Are you finishing this case? Probably not. I heard the last trial is really long. So, well, was I any help? Of course. Use your ID card. We're able to get some hard evidence. That's not very... Oh, here it is! Who wants to bet? Who wants to bet? Are we gonna get violently attacked? Alright, it was for his ID card. Would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Eek! Chief Gant! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in science. I was walking to my meeting. I happened to look out a window and saw a straight dog rather than into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective. You mean me, sir? No, then. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. No, Gumshoe's losing his job. But, sir. No, get out. Yes, sir. We'll be on our way too, then. Wait. You, the one without the spiky hair, don't go yet. Me, sir. I'd like a word with you. Sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spiky hair, you're free to go. Mr. Wright! Look, pal, as I've told you once, told 1,000 times, Chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew I'd be like this, never would have said it. Now that I've seen evidence Chief Gann was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. Why has she kept eerily silent about this all the time? Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the Chief again. Later, pal. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. February 24, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. I see, so the Chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. No use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. I've already told you all I can. You told me over these past couple of days. It's absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? They didn't mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. Said I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. No, I think I finally figured it out. Notice is lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. Seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Unless you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term used, I believe. Not a chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Yeah, if the last trial's gonna be super fucking long, then I'll probably just finish the next stream. Well. Mr. Wright, you are all by leaps and bounds. I'm starting to see the hunger in your eyes. Oh, just being quiet. I have to admit I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it if there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. Not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, when I ask this person you're speaking of? But I'm supposedly so bright enough. What is this person's name?
Take that!
Well, Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, you're addressing the chief prosecutor. Don't forget your place. You she's the one ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respect him as a detective. Assuming he's respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yeah, you, but also one other, Damon Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. Evidence list?
Take that!
I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? The pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence is none other than Chief Gant himself. Tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. As you surmised, I cannot disobey the chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Detective Goodman. Perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yeah, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I needed to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. Oh, that's why the evidence, why that lady saw her, what's her name? Star? whatever her first name was, Angel Star, because she didn't see the murder, she just saw the disposal of the body. Found inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Just as I suspected. By what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. Trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. Trunk's lock was broken. I discovered a murder weapon while inspecting the body. A murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. Knife from the Essel Line incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife. You didn't just leave that knife in him. Took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife? That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. That is the reason for the bandage on your right hand? Yeah. They got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then, you saw me just as I plunged the knife in. Miss Star, huh? Why do you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't even ever want it to be open again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. So you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stab a detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If the word got out, which it would, the reporter would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it. And entered the exhaust pipe. Right, then I called my sister. Tell her what happened and asked her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. I asked Emma. I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. In a phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling? The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. Marshall? Why don't we call him? The investigator for Essel Line incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. At least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean, not wanting the case to die, decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as a Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He'd already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. Did your phone call cause the incident in the evidence room? I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. Lana, give her my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defensive attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. You gotta get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. What went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. To be continued. Holy shit. This case is directly caused related to a case from X amount of years ago. Yeah, this is the second case in a row where it was like... Wait, no, actually. Third case in a row. Because Turnabout Samurai was 5 years later. Well, actually, that one's not a case. Because that was an accidental killing. But the one from last one was the case. Okay, now the question is... Do we continue, or should I end stream now, since I kind of... Let's see, when do I have to get up tomorrow? I have to get up in like 8 hours, so I should probably end stream. Even though I wanna start this trial really, really badly, but I don't really think I have a choice in the matter right now. Because if I start a trial, then I'll probably play the entire thing and end up staying up till like 2 a.m. I mean, I could do that. It's kind of tempting. It's kind of tempting. I'll just say both. But I've heard the trial is really fucking long, so it's probably best if we end. And yeah, I can't believe this is my third stream on this case. We're still not done. How long do you think the trial is? I'm in live for 3 hours. Do you think it's gonna take another 3 hours? Yeah, I think it's best if I end here so I can actually do this when I know I don't have to go to bed. What do you get done? I finished the ladder trial of day 3 and I did the entire investigation for day 4. No, for day 3. It was still day 3. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah. The ladder trial took like an hour and the investigation took like 2 hours. Alright, well, I'm really excited to finish this next time, but I am afraid I'm gonna have to cut it off here because I should be going to bed pretty soon. Otherwise, I totally just would have done like a long ass marathon stream and finished this. It would have been pretty sick. Let's find someone to raid. Are you gonna finish tomorrow? I haven't checked my schedule for tomorrow. I think I should be able to finish tomorrow, yeah. I think I should be able to finish tomorrow. Hopefully I can do that. That would be pretty sick. Who is live? Not a lot of people live. I could raid Irene. Irene's live. This was a pretty short stream for Ace Attorney standards. Usually try to go between like upper 3 hours towards 4 hours. Can really finish in this. That would be sick. That would be sick if we could coordinate that. Investigations too. Right. Good luck with that. Alright. What meme could I had in the raid message this time? What has happened today? I guess I investigated the Gant's office. Well. What else did I do? It was kind of funny. I don't know, today was just like a lot of tea being spilled. We've definitely learned a lot. Maybe I shouldn't just but spoilers in the raid message. Yeah, I'll just say hi GL something. Okay, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll finish this tomorrow. Bye.